You wish you had some, don't you? Don't you? Here, fuck. Take it. Yeah. All right, cool. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. It's your boy PSA CJ. Today we got something different, folks. It's very informative. We got amazing secrets hidden in everyday things, part 3 and third, folks. So we finna get into this. Hopefully they can blow my mind and teach me something new. Hopefully y'all learn something new too. But my lips feel a little ashy right now. It feel a little ashy, folks. Without further ado, like, comment, and subscribe before we even get into this video. Subscribe, folks. It won't even hurt you. I promise you it won't hurt you. We up every day with this, man. Every day, man. So we're finna get into this video.
A surprising number of everyday objects have incredibly interesting hidden features and unexpected origins. Everyday objects have incredibly interesting...
Oh. Damn! You can't be on this. Look at... I'ma zoom in for y'all, man. Look at dude nails, bro. Look at his nails, man. You can't be on here with dirty
hidden
nails,
features and unexpected origins that most of... Number 20. Dollar
Dang,
data.
20?
Whether it's pennies or $100 bills, most people come into contact with money every day. But almost all currencies have their hidden secrets. Take the dollar bill, for example. For starters, the big letter on the front that may have piqued your curiosity on occasion is...
Only thing I pay attention on the dollar bill, any type of bill, is those numbers in the far left, right, bottom, upper corners. The only thing, whether the face is in the middle, the bars at the end, whatever, all that, yeah.
Is used to denote which Federal Reserve Bank was responsible for printing that note. The L on this note corresponds to the Federal Reserve of San Francisco, while the H on this one tells you it was printed in St. Louis. Flipping the note over, it's not surprising the simple rich backside of the dollar
it's gonna tell you where the dollar came from, which part of the country the dollar came from. Cool.
A few secrets. Firstly, I'm sorry to say, the eye in the triangle isn't the Illuminati's calling card. It's actually a traditional Christian icon.
It is. Can't tell me otherwise, big dog.
Representing the all-seeing eye of God, encased in the 3 sides of the Holy Trinity. The eagle, meanwhile, can be seen holding 13 arrows and a branch with 13 leaves. These represent the original 13 states of the USA, united under one nation. Margin of error. Today we assume notebook margins are just useful guides for writing neatly, and of course doodling, but they originally served an even more important function. In medieval times, when rodents were a real issue, the edges of paper and parchment manuscripts were at risk of being nibbled away by rats. So a considerable amount of space
So those aren't there for like notes, like when you reading something or you writing something. They not there for the little side notes that you want to write down, because that's what we used to do for annotating back in high school. Those there for like rats and rodents who used to eat on the paper, so it give them enough room to, so they won't eat the words, bro. That's smart. That's
left
smart.
around the edges, so that damage from rats and rot alike would not reach the text in the center. Number 18.
Right.
Car key secrets. For most people, car keys have a very obvious purpose, unlocking cars. But many car brands keys have a little-known additional function that you can test for yourself. Simply take your car key fob and hold the unlock button down for around 2 seconds. If your car is compatible, you'll see your windows magically begin to roll down. The specifics vary from car to car, but if your lock mechanism ever malfunctions, this could come in handy, allowing you to access the door handles through the windows.
What did he say?
This specific, if your car is compatible, you'll see your windows magically down for around 2 test for yourself. Simply take your car key fob and hold the unlock button down for around 2 seconds. If your car is compatible, you'll see your windows magically begin to roll down. The specifics vary from car to car, but if your lock mechanism ever malfunctions, this could come in handy, allowing you to access the door handles through the windows.
I'm gonna try,
on
bro.
a hot day, you can chipped cups. Have you ever wondered what these strange gaps in the bottom of certain coffee cups are for? Well, they're not chips from being dropped. The gaps are actually draining gates. A draining gate keeps a cup from slipping around on wet surfaces in the event of a spillage. It also stops water accumulating in the base during a dishwasher cycle, preventing you from getting an unpleasant splashing while emptying the dishwasher. Number 16.
It used to just give me something
Dippin'
to pick
dots.
with the cups.
If
I
you've
used to
ever
just
noticed these
scratch on
curious
them.
colored dots on the metal lids of dips and similar foodstuffs, their seemingly out-of-place presence may have perplexed you. But those dots aren't the product of the factory owner's
perplexing me now.
Sharpie-wielding toddler. Dots like these are picked up by scanners to help manufacturing machines cut and seal the perfect amount of foil for the lid. The closer to the center
So
the
it's like
dot is,
perfectly
the
centered.
better the machine has done its job, and the less foil is wasted. Number 15.
Okay.
Just the ticket. Looking at a dinner jacket like this one, you'd be reasonable to assume this pocket is, well, just a pocket. But did you know it actually has a name? This specific pocket is known as the ticket pocket and was originally designed specifically so 19th
To
century
hold
gentlemen
tickets. Come on now. I'm not making money off this. I don't want to see y'all ass. Back to the video. All two of them, you.
You've been
Bruh.
doing toothpaste
You
all
bold.
wrong.
You bold. Y'all bogus, man.
Brushing your teeth.
could easily
Back to the
access their
video.
train tickets on railroad journeys.
Now I don't even
Before
want to
that,
know it. Yeah, on to the
If
next
you've
one.
ever spent any time around old buildings, you've probably come across these unusual windows. While they seem purely decorative at first, this wasn't always the case. Until the mid-1800s, window
Hey,
glass
warp.
was often made by shaping a bubble of glass on a blowpipe and spinning it into a flat plane. This process tended to leave a scar on the glass, but it was better than no glass at all. Eventually, glassmaking evolved, but people developed a taste of this imperfect style of window pane known as bullseye glass, and it's stuck around to
That's
this
decent,
day.
right? That's wrong.
Number 13. The original M&Ms. Have you ever wondered what the little M's on M&Ms stand for? Well, the
Eminem.
sweet treats owe their name to the initials of the men who initially produced them, Forrest Mars and Bruce Murray. Interestingly, Bruce Murray was the son of the founder of Hershey's, and M&Ms were initially filled with Hershey's own chocolate. Mars and Murray didn't get along though, and Mars eventually bought Murray out of his stake in M&Ms. Despite their differences, Mars did Murray the honor of immortalizing him as an initial on a shelled chocolate treat. Number 12. Cut above the rest.
You wouldn't
It
know.
may surprise-
That don't count, bro. That don't count. Talking about to memorialize him as on the M. That don't count because his last name started with M too. That could be for him, man.
Surprise you to learn that the vibrant, jolly-seeming poles outside barbershops have a
Hey.
very dark past. They emerged in a time before medical doctors, when a barber was the place to go for a haircut or tooth extraction, or if you needed a gangrenous limb amputating. As barbers had the tools, they'd do basically anything for a price, including the procedure of bloodletting, using leeches to drain bad blood from your body. And so the poles were made, with the red to represent bloodletting and the white representing the bandages. The USA threw in the blue stripe a few centuries later for a touch of red, white, and blue patriotism to detract from the grisly backstory of the barber pole.
Bruh.
Number 11.
On what barbers? They was just like. So Bob was just basically doing everything back in the day. Them motherfuckers was doctors, haircut, animal people. Come on now. Talk about
Palm
bloodletting.
protection. Although they seemed little more than cute, goofy additions to winter headwear, pom-poms on hats originally had an important function. Pom-pom laden beanie hats used to be worn
The
by
puff
sailors
ball
to
on
protect
top of the
themselves
hat?
when working below deck, where bumping your head on low ceilings and jutting beams and pipes were common, painful hazards. The pom-pom worked as an early warning system
Like
and
a
a little
bumper thing.
cushioning for an incoming pipe to the skull,
Right.
and probably lightened the load of many a seafaring swear jar.
Just for y'all. I'm finna look like a goofy, but it's just for y'all. Just because they said something in this video. Back to it.
Number 10. Nailed it. If you've ever looked at your fingers at the height of boredom, you'll likely have noticed that layer of ultra-thin skin at the base of your fingernails. It
What
may
is for?
seem insignificant, But that skin layer, known as the cuticle, plays an important role. By creating a glue-like seal that lets your nails grow out slowly, it prevents...
I find that so reckless that people call me while I'm doing a video, bruh. But that was my grandma, so she get an exception. Anyway, back to it, man.
gap. This keeps that moon-shaped white patch under your nails, the lunula, safe, which is where the nail grows from. A damaged lunula can permanently deform nail growth, so you can thank your cuticles for the ability to scratch off winning lottery tickets.
On some of my fingers, I don't got that, though. On some of my fingers, I don't got that, man. And I think my nail grow pretty decent. I don't got that on my pinky. I don't got that on a couple of my... Do I even got cuticles? Fuck it.
Tire bumps. If you take a close-up look at a car tire, you'll notice the rubber between each tread has strange little bumps sticking up at intervals. These bumps may look like the product of lazy manufacturing, but they perform an important function. The bumps mark the minimum legally safe height for your tire tread. If the tread is higher than the bumps, you're in the clear. If the tread is worn down to the same level as the bumps, your tires are no longer roadworthy and need to be replaced. Number 8.
For real.
Mystery car device.
A lot of you females need to
On
understand
long car
it.
journeys, when you've run out of things to look at, your curious eyes may have fallen upon some of these things inside the vehicle. They're usually attached to the
random
reading
stuff.
light mount or occasionally above the doors, and they resemble
Hold on, what
miniature
is that?
speakers that refuse to play music. But they're actually ultrasonic sensors for car alarms and can monitor air pressure changes to tell when someone's opened a door or window they shouldn't have, triggering the alarm. Clever, sure, but they still won't play my music. Number 7. Take
never
the
noticed
lid
that in the
off.
car.
Fast food drink lids have some deceptively clever design features. Thanks to their unique shape, they actually double up as a coaster. The different lid sizes are conveniently scaled up for the base of the cup to fit snugly into the interior ring of the lid, adding
Really,
stability
bro?
and preventing sticky spillages. Number 6. Thirsty buttons.
I never knew that, man.
As a child, these buttons on drink lids
What? I swear y'all need to blow my mind with this because they don't serve no other purpose but to satisfy my urges of pushing them down. They don't serve no other purpose than that. As soon as I get the cup, that's the first thing I do. They gotta go down.
It's probably provided you easy entertainment, but they actually serve a practical function a surprising number of people miss. Most of the buttons are labeled with symbols denoting whether the drink is hot, cold, decaf, or diet, among other things. These buttons are there to help rid you of any confusion in figuring out which one is yours. Instead, you can simply check the lid. That is, as long as...
It's no secret that there's
Right.
a lot at stake in this upcoming election.
Come
from
on,
doing
man. I
the
don't want to see y'all
pandemic
ads.
to acknowledge
the server remembers to press them incorrectly. Number
Which they don't. Ooh, that mean every single fast food restaurant I went to, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, all that, they don't do their job. Cause I'm the one pushing them down. I'm the one. Every time I get a drink, every time I get somebody else drink, no matter what time of day, they all be up. How am I supposed to know what drink I got? It's crazy, man. That's crazy. Y'all need to check y'all employees. Cause they ain't doing their job. I gotta do it for them.
Number 5.
I
Button
got every
up.
type of drink.
Have you ever noticed how the buttons on women's shirts are usually on the left while men's are on the right? For right-handed
Facts.
women, who are the vast majority, this makes buttoning up more difficult than necessary. But why? Well, there's an interesting history to this practice. In Victorian times, wealthy women would rarely dress themselves, but instead would usually be dressed by servants. The buttons were placed on the left side of their often complex outfits to make it easier for their servants to dress them. When facing their mistresses, the servants, who were statistically mostly right-handed, could button them up with ease. Men, meanwhile, had far simpler outfits and usually dressed themselves, so
Right.
the buttons were placed
can't
on the
imagine
right.
dressing somebody
Now,
else.
women's left-sided buttons are largely just a pointless remnant from the past. Number 3. Bubble bath. There are few things as relaxing as a bubble bath, but these wondrous things are, at their heart, secret marvels of design. The
Let me
bubbles
know
aren't
what's going
just
on
for
with the
wearing
bubble
as a
bath.
beard and hiding your water-shriveled limbs under. They're actually an insulator. The bubbles trap heat effectively and were initially designed as a way of keeping baths hotter for longer. Now go and take a nice bath. For science! Number 2.
For science.
Escalator brushes. You know those...
On everything, if they tell me anything other than this for to put your feet right there and to dust the heels off, I'm gonna raise hell. I promise you. Cause that's all I do when I get on the escalator. I put my foot, I put the bottom of my shoe right there and let it brush my shoes off. If it's anything other than that, I don't want to hear it.
Little brushes next to your feet
let me know
on
something,
escalators. Well, I don't know about you, but for years I was convinced they were a convenient way for commuters to scrub clean their shoes on the way to work. But sadly I was wrong. Their real purpose is much more serious. They're designed as a way of warning you when you, or any loose garment you might be wearing, get too close to the sides. This is to stop clothing and feet from becoming trapped, and presumably shredded in the mechanism. So it turns out, getting a quick polish from the brushes is the last thing you should be doing. I may have just saved it.
On what? On what, G? So the reason I thought the brushes was there is actually for me to stop doing the reason I thought they was there for. Damn. Damn. That's crazy, bro. Like, that's crazy. That just blew my mind. It really did. I'm thinking that they there to brush the bottom of your feet. They there to tell you to stop putting your damn feet right there. Crazy. Crazy, man.
Your life. I'd say that earns this video a like, wouldn't you?
No, it don't, because you just... Nah, man. Instead, what I'm going to end it with is a grape on a floss pick. Like, comment, subscribe. It's for your health. It's to better your health, man. The more you like, the more you comment, the more you subscribe, the better your well-being will be. It will. With that being said, man, be out.